At the culmination of Renaissance, what did you have? You had enlightenment, the period of enlightenment. And most of the halves of the binaries which were privileged in Christendom were brought up, and what was privileged was brought down. This is the seesaw which has been going on in the Western world for a very long period of time, and it is continuing even now, even as we speak. The reason this has not been critically examined is because mystical knowledge has been persecuted in this part of the world. Mysticism or spirituality has always remained on the margins. It has not been allowed to come into the very center. There have been movements like countercultural revolution and romanticism when mysticism or spirituality from different parts of the world have been imported. But this very core of the binaries have really not been interrogated. It has been seen from an emotional perspective. So the idea is that if you are an individual who has a good heart, then in this part of the world you will be considered spiritual. But when you look at the Indian tradition, of course the heart is important because the heart gives rise to what is called as bhav. I won't translate that. But right behind that heart is what Sri Aurobindo calls as the psychic being. It is the spark of the divine which is within you. It can be represented as soul. And the whole idea of certain spiritual traditions is to basically bring that divine spark which is within, and as that spark comes out, it transforms not only your heart but even your mind. So this level of consciousness is again beyond your reason and your heart. And if heart and reason can be equated, you can see that there is another dichotomy which is operating here, the reason-emotion dichotomy. So many of these revolutions, so to speak, the countercultural revolution or romanticism, again inverted that binary divide. Emotion got privileged, reason got suppressed. And that is the reason you will find a very strong strain of anti-intellectuality in this part of the United States. People from the East Coast do not take scholars from this part of the United States very seriously. They are called tree huggers. Why is that? The reason has been denounced. Mind has been denounced. Mind has not really been incorporated. Now, this difference separates India from the rest of the world, and definitely from Western part of the world. It's very important to note this.